JBN, we keep you informed. Coming up in the news, murders drop by 7.5%. Tesha Miller files lawsuit against TVJ. Manchester chef fined $400,000 for smuggling cocaine. 32-year-old woman dies in taxi crash. Police constable implicated in robbery of elderly Elsha couple granted $500,000 bail. And rising St. Catherine murders caused by migrating gangsters. Please remember to like, subscribe, share, leave us a comment and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items. Murders drop by 7.5%. Jamaica recorded a 7.5% drop in murders between January 1 and Saturday, April 6 when compared with the corresponding period last year, according to the latest crime figures from the Jamaica Constabulary Force. The figures show that there were 359 murders over the period compared with 388 homicides in 2018. The statistics indicate that rural parishes recorded more murders than police divisions in the metropolitan area. Of the 359 murders, rural parishes accounted for 184 homicides. Among all the rural parishes, Manchester has seen a 150% hike in murders. Homicides moved from 4 in 2018 to 10 during the review period. St. James recorded the second highest increase, tallying 82% more murders when compared with the corresponding period last year. The statistics show that the parish recorded 23 homicides in 2018 and 42 in 2019. Meanwhile, there is an increase in the number of shootings, moving up by 6.5%. For the period, the police recorded 354 such incidents, compared with 331 in 2018. Incidents of rape declined significantly from 142 in 2018 to 98 this year, while the number of aggravated assaults moved down from 105 to 87. There were 331 cases of robbery, 299 cases of break-ins, and 43 cases of larceny over the review period. Tesha Miller files lawsuit against TVJ. Tesha Miller has filed a lawsuit against Television Jamaica, TVJ, claiming that he was defamed by the media house. The television station is accused of defaming Miller during its primetime newscast on March 19. Miller's attorney, Berth Samuels, who indicated that his client has been at all times a welder, said in the lawsuit, the said word published by the defendant about the complainant in its evening news were false and intended to defame the complainant, as the complainant is not a gang leader in Spanish Town or any other area. Neither has he been charged and/or convicted as a gang leader, pursuant to the Criminal Justice, Suppression of Criminal Organization Act of 2014 or any other law. Samuels further pointed out that the published words were not only calculated and intended to injure and malign Miller, but also to expose him to hatred, contempt, and ridicule, and therefore intend also to lower him in the estimation of right-thinking members of society, including potential jurors. Additionally, the lawyer pointed out in the lawsuit that the published words conveyed to the public that his client, who is to stand trial before a jury in the Supreme Court for offenses of accessory before the fact to murder and accessory after the fact to a murder of the former Jamaica Urban Transit Company chairman, Douglas Chambers, was in fact guilty of being a gang leader in Spanish Town and hence is capable of being involved in the said murder. Manchester chef fined $400,000 for smuggling cocaine. Manchester chef Damien Newman has been fined a total of $400,000 after pleading guilty to smuggling a quantity of cocaine into the island. The 43-year-old was fined $200,000 or 9 months for possession of cocaine and $200,000 or 9 months for importing cocaine. He was admonished and discharged on the charge of dealing in cocaine. The prosecution offered no evidence on the charge of conspiracy. Newman was arrested on March 31 at the Norman Manley International Airport in Kingston after sniffer dogs raised an alarm at his luggage. The police said the bags were searched and 5 pounds, 11 ounces of white powdery substance, which later tested positive as cocaine, was recovered. Newman was subsequently charged. In the Kingston and St. Andrew Parish Court yesterday, his lawyer, Abel Danfoot, argued that the chef acted out of desperation when he committed the unlawful act. He told the court that his mother's house was on the brink of foreclosure. Foote also pleaded for mercy, noting that Newman was in poor health and that the circumstance does not warrant imprisonment. Senior Parish Judge Von Smith, however, indicated that it is customary that a custodial sentence be imposed in order for the court to send a strong message that these offences are not tolerated. Nevertheless, he agreed that the case is distinguishable from others. Newman was then fined. 32-year-old woman dies in taxi crash. A 32-year-old woman died Saturday night after the taxi in which she was traveling crashed along the Bernard Lodge Main Road in St. Catherine. She is Keisha Knight of Clifton District, located off the said roadway. The police said the taxi driver reportedly lost control of the vehicle and crashed into a light pole about 11:10 p.m. He too was injured in the accident and was treated at hospital. The police did not say what action will be taken against them. The incident is among 108 crashes in which 118 people have died since the start of the year. Police constable implicated in robbery of elderly Helsher couple granted $500,000 bail. One of the two police constables charged in relation to the robbery of an elderly couple at their Helsher St. Catherine house in February was today offered bail when he appeared in the gun court in downtown Kingston. Raheem Parchment was offered $500,000 bail and was ordered to surrender his travel documents and to avoid contact with the witness. A curfew order was also imposed by the court. In making the bail application, Attorney at Law Peter Champagne told the court that the witness had indicated some uncertainty during the identification parade involving his client. Additionally, Champagne argued that his client gave an account for his whereabouts at the time of the alleged robbery. Allegations are that on February 20, men clad in blue uniforms turned up at the couple's house and identified themselves as members of the Portmore Police. They allegedly claimed that they were there to collect additional information about a robbery at the property which a couple had reported several days earlier. During that incident, thieves reportedly stole $17 million worth of jewelry and other items. The couple, who were overseas at the time of the first robbery, subsequently filed a report with the Helsher police station. On the second occasion, the husband and wife were held up and the thieves reportedly stole US $5,000 and other items. The robbers were subsequently held by police investigators, and it was discovered that they are members of the police force. The case will next be mentioned on May 9. Rise in St. Catherine murders caused by migrating gangsters. Senior Superintendent of Police Clive Blair is blaming migratory criminals for a 45.8% increase in murders in the St. Catherine South Police Division, which he leads. The latest police statistics indicate that the division has recorded 35 murders up to April 6 this year, compared to 24 for the corresponding period in 2018. In addition, the division has seen a 70.4% increase in shooting incidents, with 46 reported in 2019, up from 27 last year. The rising trend, especially in murders and shootings, is gang-related. There is a migration of criminals into our space, not just from St. Catherine North, but other areas like Hunts Bay, Halfway Tree, Clarendon, and as far as St. Elizabeth and St. James. He said criminals from his division are responsible for harboring criminals from outside. The migration stems from linkage between gang members in our space who accommodate these persons. In addition, it is caused by operational activities in certain areas where the police go after members of certain gangs. Some of them are captured by us and sent back to the divisions in which they are wanted for serious offenses. In addition to ours that are wanted, we take them in and charge them. There has been a 16% increase in robberies in St. Catherine South, as well as a 31.3% increase in break-ins. But the chief crime fighter said that he'll be moving to bring the situation under control swiftly. After the end of March, our arrest rate has increased. We're preparing a number of case files as it relates to serious crimes such as murders, shootings, and robberies. We're taking a zero-tolerance approach, he said yesterday. Although he didn't provide figures on adults who had sex with minors, Blair revealed that the division is also seeing an increase in statutory rape. He sought to assure that there would be a clampdown on the offense. We're also looking at persons who are wanted for having sex with females under 16, he said. We realize the trend. Whatever resources we have, we're going to work as effectively as possible. You can look forward to an increase in operational activities targeting wanted persons. We will be looking at greater application of the anti-gang legislation, he said, adding that his team has eyes on gangs in Gregory Park in Portmore, Central Village, Old Harbour Bay, and the Old Harbour subdivisions, Blair said. He said the police have particular interest in a number of men wanted for murder and is urging them to turn themselves in. They include Manton Brown of Aries Close, Watson Grove, Portmore, 21-year-old Damien Henry, aka Devil, of Burke Road in Old Harbour, Dane Ellis, aka Bud of Secuba Gardens, Old Harbour, and Sanjay Williams, aka Berm of Collins Crescent, Central Village. He said the police are also seeking Marlon Barnett, aka Shortman of Gulf Gregory Park, and Jason Duncan, aka Teflon and Big Eye, for shooting incidents. JBN, we keep you informed. Please remember to like, subscribe, share, leave us a comment, and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.